Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to General Hospital teasers for the week of May 26th to 30th, Port Charles will see some intriguing occurrences. To start with, the Monday, May 26th program will be a rerun of an episode from November 2024, in which Lulu Spencer made a comeback to the small community. This is due to the United States Memorial Day vacation. Now that the formalities have been completed, the drama will begin, and it appears that the most of the week will be devoted to the fallout from Giovanni Gio Palmieri's secret bombshell and Michael Corinthos' return. According to GH teasers, Dante Falconeri and Brooklyn Quartermain Chase will work things out in the coming days. Dante will probably snap at his pal for keeping him in the dark about their adolescent pregnancy and son. However, both will also turn to Lois Cerullo to explain her decision to pair Gio with a Bensonhurst relative. Lois will find it difficult to defend her position, but will they listen to her? Gio will be contacted by Dante and Brooklyn throughout the week of May 26th to 30th, but will he be interested in hearing what they have to say? Brooklyn and her father, Ned Quartermain, will also have a heart-to-heart in the interim. As fans may remember, Ned was extremely offended last week when Lois revealed their daughter's pregnancy without telling him. Is Brooklyn going to help Ned understand why she didn't inform him of this? Harrison Chase will have something he needs to talk about now that the truth is out. Will Dante, Lois, or Brooklyn be the target of this? In relation to the Gio bombshell, Cody Bell will be dealing with a great deal of guilt as he observes the consequences. Sash Corbin, his cousin, will nevertheless step in and give some guidance. Is she able to calm him down? As the week comes to a close, GH viewers should prepare for an intense altercation between Dante and Lulu. Dante will find out about Lulu's part in Gio discovering the truth after some tearful talks with Brooklyn and maybe Cody. He will then approach her head-on. Any romantic preparations for a reunion between these two are likely to be blown out of proportion. Everyone will still be in shock by Michael's reappearance and his touching reunion with Wiley Corinthos at the nurses' ball at the start of the week. As viewers witnessed, Michael was taking Wiley home. But before he does, viewers might anticipate a pleasant moment in which the father expresses his longing for his kid. Jason Morgan will intercept Willow Tate Corinthos and Drew Kane as they attempt to stop Michael from leaving the event. After Michael's homecoming, Nina Reeves will be devastated at nurses' ball and will ask Sonny Corinthos if they can cooperate to get a settlement on the child custody issue, for the benefit of the children. It doesn't appear that Sonny will make an effort to assist Willow or Nina with this now that the roles have been reversed. In any case, it appears like Amelia Corinthos will be waiting for Michael and Wiley when they arrive at Carly Spencer's house. Supporters can anticipate some heartwarming moments when Michael reunites with his loved ones during a pleasant reunion. According to General Hospital teasers, Michael will also speak with Jason one-on-one later this week as he expresses gratitude to his uncle for everything that he has done. In related news, Michael has a request for Sash, his hidden baby mama, and they will sort of get back together. What might this have to do with? Returning to Nina, she will confide in Maxie Jones about something. Does she disclose her role in Drew's ketamine controversy to Maxie Jones? Nina needs to get everything off her chest because she must feel bad about Tracy Quartermain's incarceration. Furthermore, Nina will receive some guidance from Ava Jerome of all people. Given her history, would the Crimson editor heed Ava's advice? Speaking of Ava, it appears like the Friday, May 30th episode will be unpleasant when Christina Corinthos Davis and Lucky Spencer ask to meet with Alexis Davis. Will Lucky and Christina attempt to devise a strategy to stop Ava and Rick Lansing from blackmailing Alexis now that they are aware of this? Alexis will most likely order the two to leave. Will they, though? In other news, Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor will celebrate his recovery with each other next week after his surgery. But is tragedy in the offing for the young couple? And may Kai's rehabilitation suddenly regress? The relationship between Trina's parents will continue to deteriorate even though her romance is going well, because Curtis Ashford will have misgivings about Portia Robinson. Are these two going to Splitsville? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Curtis is furious about Portia's recent deceptions and machinations. On May 17th, Steve Burton of General Hospital wed his lover Michelle Lundstrom, and the wedding reception took place at the Montage Laguna Beach, which is located on the coast. He posted a cute selfie of himself and his new wife this week. Continue reading to view the picture and read his heartfelt remarks on the special day. A fan selfie during their honeymoon? Given that it has only been a week since his wedding, Steve may still be in Hawaii on his honeymoon. But he never forgets his numerous JH followers. He therefore shared a few Instagram pictures on Saturday that some people had already seen in other popular publications. One of them, though, was a cute selfie. At the moment, the couple was in their vehicle. Wearing a white shirt, tie, and back jacket, he looked extremely put together. He also looked amazing with his hair neatly groomed. Michelle looked stunning in her white wedding gown next to him. The ABC star offered a very heartfelt statement in his caption. He stated, "A divine day. 5/17/25 I recently got married to the love of my life. A true angel who amazes me every day. So appreciative. I am extremely fortunate to have her as my wife. Cheers to a lifetime with the most incredible woman I've ever met. I appreciate all of your nice remarks." On May 17th, Steve Burton of General Hospital wed his lover Michelle Lundstrom, and the wedding reception took place at the Montage Laguna Beach, which is located on the coast. He posted a cute selfie of himself and his new wife this week. Continue reading to view the picture and read his heartfelt remarks on the special day. A fan selfie during their honeymoon? Given that it has only been a week since his wedding, Steve may still be in Hawaii on his honeymoon. But he never forgets his numerous JH followers. He therefore shared a few Instagram pictures on Saturday that some people had already seen in other popular publications. One of them, though, was a cute selfie. At the moment, the couple was in their vehicle. Wearing a white shirt, tie, and back jacket, he looked extremely put together. He also looked amazing with his hair neatly groomed. Michelle looked stunning in her white wedding gown next to him. The ABC star offered a very heartfelt statement in his caption. "What a divine day," he remarked. 5/17/25 I recently got married to the love of my life. A true angel who amazes me every day. So appreciative. I am extremely fortunate to have her as my wife. Cheers to a lifetime with the most incredible woman I've ever met. I appreciate all of your nice remarks. Commentary from TV stars as usual. Finola Hughes responded in the comments section. On the daytime drama, she appears to be a really pleasant cast member. "This is just such a beautiful thing," she wrote. "Congratulations, you too," she said, adding 3 emojis of red hearts. Laura Wright was the next to write, "Such a beautiful celebration." In response, Maurice Bernard naturally said, "Hey, that's my guy." After receiving responses from other celebrities, Catherine Sutherland of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers wrote, "So happy you found your queen." Fans reacted as well. After 23 years of marriage and 3 children, Steve Burton's marriage to Sherry Gustin ended with some toxicity, which makes many people pleased for him. For the actual Jason Morgan, who had been fired from the show for not following COVID regulations, it was a trying moment. Furthermore, he asserted that he was not responsible for Sherry's 4th pregnancy. Fans expressed their continued admiration for him in the comments section. "Steve, you look so happy, your eyes are glowing," one of them wrote. "Your bride is stunning." Here are some further responses. "Steve, I'm so very pleased for you. My entire family grew up watching GH, and we always loved the entire cast, so I've been a huge fan for years. When you realize how God has blessed you with a lovely wife and a happy season, it makes you very happy. Congratulations, you two look amazing. I hope you both have a long life. Do you think it's great that Steve Burton in his 50s discovered love again?" For all of your General Hospital cast news and updates, leave a comment below and return frequently. Commentary from TV stars. As usual, Finola Hughes responded in the comments section. On the daytime drama, she appears to be a really pleasant cast member. "This is just such a beautiful thing," she wrote. "Congratulations, you too," she said, adding 3 emojis of red hearts. Laura Wright came next, writing, "What a lovely celebration." Naturally, Maurice Bernard replied as well, stating, "Hey, that's my guy." Catherine Sutherland from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers said, "So happy you found your queen," in response to other celebrities' comments. Fans reacted as well. After 23 years of marriage and 3 children, Steve Burton's marriage to Sherry Gustin ended with some toxicity, which makes many people pleased for him. For the actual Jason Morgan, who had been fired from the show for not following COVID regulations, It was a trying moment. In addition, he asserted that he was not responsible for Sherry's fourth pregnancy. Fans expressed their continued admiration for him in the comments section. "Steve, you look so happy, your eyes are glowing," one of them wrote. "Your bride is stunning." Here are some further responses. "Steve, I'm so very pleased for you. My entire family grew up watching GH, and we always loved the entire cast, so I've been a huge fan for years. When you realize how God has blessed you with a lovely wife and a happy season, it makes you very happy. Congratulations, you two look amazing. I hope you both have a long life." The dangerous DNA scheme. Cody and Lulu hope to prove Joe's paternity. Teasers for General Hospital spoilers and updates. Dante Falconeri has been excited to hear about Lulu Spencer's son, whom he is unaware he has. Since finding out about Brooke Lynn Quartermaine-Chase's adolescent pregnancy and subsequent adoption, her interest has only grown. She has received warnings from everyone she confides in not to reveal the truth. Nevertheless, she has been blasted down and cautioned against this by everyone she has confided in, until she revealed to Cody Bell what she had found, and who she thinks Dante's son might be. When Lulu told Laura Collins and Carly Spencer about Brooke Lynn's covert teen adoption, both women strongly objected to her telling them. Even though this secret revelation could cause a great deal of anguish and pain, Lulu is eager to share it, particularly now that she believes Giovanni Gio Palmieri to be the long-lost son of Dante and Brooke Lynn. Cody was fully committed to revealing the truth. Given his unresolved concerns with his father and the years of deceit he had experienced, Cody was totally dedicated to finding the truth. Although Cody's inclusion in this plot is interesting, it begins to make sense to GH fans who anticipate and make predictions about what will happen next. Lulu has been inspired to take action by Cody's encouragement to share this secret. He will probably help her collect the proof needed to prove that Gio is, in fact, the kid of Dante and Brooke Lynn. Even though they have found some hints regarding Joe's ancestry, the data is still equivocal. Lulu located the group Camila was traveling with and received a picture. Joe's mother, Camila, claimed to be expecting a son while on tour, and gave Lulu a picture on the Monday, May 19th episode. In addition to mentioning that Camila abruptly quit the tour in late May, a former bandmate of hers provided Lulu with proof that she was not pregnant during the time frame she claimed. Gio thinks his birthday is on June 4th, but his fans know it's on May 15th. The idea of a woman not being pregnant, however, does not immediately link Gio to Brooke Lynn and Dante. It won't be long before Cody or Lulu discover that the information they require to verify Joe's status as Dante's kid is right in front of them, rather than their having to look elsewhere. DNA is required. To get the conclusive evidence they need, all they have to do is gather some samples and run a DNA test. Given that he and Max Scorpio recently went through a comparable exam, Cody might be the one to make this suggestion. Lulu may easily collect the Falconeri DNA sample by asking Dante or her son, Rocco Falconeri, for a toothbrush or a strand of hair. Joe's sample will be handled by Cody now that he is participating, and because they both live at the Quartermaine house, it should be simple. Lulu and Cody are probably going to start this plot very soon because GH spoilers indicate they are about to learn Joe's secret. In Port Charles, things can seem to take forever at times. Events in Port Charles often seem to go on forever, but occasionally everything happens quickly. Soon, Lulu and Cody will be able to obtain the DNA samples they have been awaiting, and they may discreetly go to the lab for prompt testing. Gio is about to be the subject of shocking revelations, according to recent General Hospital indications. It appears like Lulu and Cody will reveal a long-kept secret that has been kept for more than 20 years. The main query, though, is what the consequences will be, particularly given Dante and Joe's dysfunction. Sasha, meanwhile, reveled in her victory. She had successfully driven a wedge between Dante and Lulu, and now she had Michael in her debt. But her triumph was short-lived. Lulu, never one to back down from a fight, began digging into Sasha's past, determined to expose her for the manipulator she was. It wasn't long before she uncovered secrets that Sasha had worked hard to keep buried. The tables were about to turn, and Sasha would soon learn that playing with people's lives came with consequences. As the days turned into weeks, the tension in Port Charles grew thicker. Friends and family were forced to pick sides, with some supporting Dante and others standing by Lulu. The once tight-knit group was now divided, and the fallout from Sasha's favor for Michael showed no signs of slowing down. Knowing that this was just the start of another dramatic chapter in the lives of their beloved characters, the people of Port Charles watched the drama unfold with bated breath. When Michael brings Wiley to Carly's house, Drew and Willow become enraged. Michael Corinthos realized he was going too far the minute he pulled up to Carly's house with Wiley in the back seat. His frustration had reached a breaking point, but the weight of his choice still weighed heavily on him. He had attempted for months to strike a balance between his respect for Willow's intentions and his allegiance to his mother, but the ongoing conflict had grown intolerable. Wiley chattered eagerly from his car seat about meeting Grandma Carly, blissfully oblivious to the maelstrom that was building around him. Michael forced a smile as he unbuckled Wiley and added, "You're going to love it, buddy. She has really missed you." Since Michael's call, Carly had been pacing uneasily inside. She smoothed her shirt and swung the door open, almost jumping when the doorbell rang. Her breath caught when she saw Wiley smiling up at her with his mother's eyes. "Grandma!" Wiley leaped into her arms with a yelp. Carly blinked back tears as she gave him a firm hug. She whispered, "Oh, my dear boy," and kissed his hair. Then her eyes strayed to Michael, her happiness tinged with anxiety. "Is Willow aware of his presence?" With a quick sigh, Michael entered. "No. I also don't give a damn." Carly felt sick to her stomach. "Michelle." He raked a hand through his hair and said, "I'm done acting like this is okay. His grandmother is you. You adore him. Why should a legal technicality prevent you from entering?" The warmth of Wiley and Carly's arms prevented her from arguing, even though she wanted to remind him of the tenuous truce they had been maintaining. Rather, she gave a rigid nod. "Just be ready for the consequences." Willow's and Drew's rage. Willow Tate's phone buzzed as she was halfway across town going over Wiley's school documents. "Just saw Michael and Wiley at Carly's," a friend texted. "Is everything all right?" Her blood froze. "No." He refused. She called Michael right away, but the call went straight to voicemail. Then with trembling hands she called Drew. "Willow?" Seeing the fear in her voice, Drew responded. She coughed out, "Michael took Wiley to Carly's. Without informing me." After a beat of silence, Drew's tone became dangerously serene. "We'll meet at your house. Right now." Drew arrived at her door 20 minutes later, his jaw strained. Willow's fingers were twitching together, and she appeared pallid. "How was this possible for him?" she muttered. "After all the court battles, the agreements, everything we've gone through to protect Wiley." Drew's eyes became dark. "Because he has always prioritized Carly." Willow couldn't ignore the words, even though they hurt. Even when it went against Willow's desires, Michael had always been ferociously protective of his mother. However, this was unique. This betrayal occurred. "He's coming back," Drew stated resolutely. "Now." An altercation at Carly's. It was a stressful drive to Carly's. Willow's thoughts were racing as she gazed out the window. What if Wiley felt angry? What if Carly had already told him many tales of their unfairness? What if? Drew's voice broke through her whirlpool of thoughts. "Hey!" Squeezing her hand, he reached across. "We'll take care of this." She swallowed hard and nodded. It should have been reassuring to see Wiley's laughing float through the open window as they pulled up. Rather, it caused Willow's chest to hurt. With Drew at her heels, she strode to the door and gave it a jarring knock. When Carly opened it and saw them, her face faltered. "Willow." "Drew." "Where is Wiley?" Willow's voice was shaking as she demanded. Carly stated cautiously, "I'm in the kitchen having a snack. He has Michael with him." Drew took a step ahead. "You weren't entitled." Carly's chin went up. "He is my grandson." Willow shot back, her voice cracking. "And he's our son. When you see him, you have no say in the matter." "Not after everything." Michael emerged in the hallway with Wiley balanced on his hip before Carly could react. The young boy's expression brightened. "Mom!" "Uncle Drew." When Wiley grabbed for Willow, her rage briefly subsided. Instinctively, she took him and held him. "We're going," Drew stated icily as he met Michael's gaze. "And we will take legal action if you ever pull something like this again." Michael's mouth clenched. "You have no right to dictate." "Enough." They were all quieted by Willow's outburst. Wiley's smile dimmed as he recoiled in her embrace. She lowered her voice and drew a trembling breath. Not in his presence. There was a profound quiet in the room. Carly sighed at last. I never meant to cause trouble, Willow. Willow remained silent. She turned to face the door after repositioning Wiley in her arms. Before they departed, Drew gave Michael one final warning glance and followed. Repercussions and increasing tensions. When Willow got home and put Wiley to bed, she found it difficult to remain calm. Sensing the tension, he had remained silent ever since they left Carly's. Is Daddy having problems? As she tucked him in, he inquired quietly. Her heart hurt. No, my love. Sometimes adults simply don't agree. She went back to the living room where Drew was pacing after he had fallen asleep. This cannot occur again, he declared right away. Willow lowered down onto the couch and muttered, I know. However, what do we do? What will happen if Michael is prepared to disregard our choices at this point? Drew sat next to her looking serious. We return to court. We ensure that the custody arrangement is flawless. Willow shut her eyes. She was worn out by the thought of another court case. However, what options did they have? Michael, meantime, was nursing a drink at Carly's, his guilt increasing by the second. You ought to have spoken with them first, Carly muttered. And they would have said no, Michael murmured. They never say no. Carly looked at him. How much, Michael? Was losing their trust worth it? He didn't respond. Nina's participation. Through an innocent talk with Carly, Nina Reeves learned about the drama the following day. Seeing her chance, she pretended to be worried and contacted Willow. When Willow took her call, Nina murmured softly, I heard what happened. Are you okay? Willow tensed. Nina, thank you for your concern, but this is between Carly, Michael, and us. Nina let out a sigh. I simply detest Wiley being in the center. I might be able to mediate. Overhearing, Drew grabbed the phone. Nina, good try. But before she could answer, he disconnected up. But we don't need your help. Nina gave herself a sly smile. Perhaps it was time for her to advance her own goals if Carly and Michael were out with Willow and Drew. The tipping point. Days went by, yet the anxiety remained high. Willow didn't respond to Michael's attempts to contact her until he admitted his error. Meanwhile, Drew had already contacted their attorney. The last straw came when Wiley began to inquire every day about when he would next see Grandma Carly. Why am I unable to leave? He would sulk. Daddy said I could. Willow felt like every inquiry was a stab to her heart. Not only had Michael gone too far, but he had also prevented her from setting limits without endangering Wiley. When Drew reached his breaking point, he went to the Metro Court to face Michael. According to General Hospital previews, Lulu Spencer received what she wanted, and now she must cope with the consequences. However, now that the proverbial poop has hit the fan, Lulu will have to face the consequences of her actions. She had been aching to inform Dante Falconeri about the long-lost son he had but was unaware of for some time. In an attempt to learn more about the whereabouts of her daughter, Charlotte Cassadine, Lulu broke into her Uncle Martin Gray's hotel room at the Metro Court in early March. Rather than learning about it, she was blown away to learn of the adolescent pregnancy and adoption of Brooke Lynn Quartermaine Chase. She also found out that the baby's father was Dante. Lulu practically made it her mission to find the truth. After arguing with Brooke Lynn and tricking Cody Bell into disclosing confidential information, it was finally determined that Giovanni Gio Palmieri might be the baby boy in question. Then Lulu looked into Brooke Lynn's birth and the history of his adoptive mother. Finding the truth was something Lulu was determined to do. She also made a valiant attempt to find someone who would encourage her to tell Dante. But when she turned to Laura Collins and Carly Spencer, they both told Lulu to stop. Cody was ultimately her ally, but it appears that he is already beginning to feel remorse for his part in this. The consequences and agony of Joe's life being turned upside down were unavoidable, even if she didn't want things to turn out the way they did. Although Lulu wasn't at guilty for Joe's method of learning, things would not have turned out the way they did if she had taken a day break from her plan for Nurse's Ball. GH teasers for Thursday, May 29th indicate that a showdown between Dante and Lulu is planned. It appears that Dante won't be very happy when he learns of Lulu's involvement in all of this. Dante is already angry that Brooke Lynn withheld all of this information from him. During the Friday, May 23rd episode, He came out into the foyer and aggressively confronted Ned Quartermaine, Olivia Falconeri, and Sonny Corinthos, asking them if they were aware that Gio was his son. In all honesty, none of them did, but fans can bet that any possibility of a romantic reunion between the two would be eliminated once he discovers that Lulu did and kept it from him. The super couple's admirers have watched as they gradually become closer. Although they both acknowledged having feelings for one another, Dante urged Lulu to wait a while because he was still grieving Sam McCall's passing. Given the situation, that sounded reasonable, and Lulu was more than happy to give Dante some space, especially after he had informed her he still loved her. But when Dante learns how far Lulu went to reveal Brooke Lynn's secret, will all of the progress these two have achieved be undone? Furthermore, she never at any time included Dante in the conversation. Despite spending 4 years in a coma, Dante might feel that Lulu's juvenile antics and her feud with Brooke Lynn are the same old thing. As the fallout from the Gio secret continues to shake Port Charles, General Hospital spoilers suggest that Dante and Lulu's confrontation on Thursday will be explosive. Will Dante and Lulu be able to move on from this, though? Or is it the end of their story? Rory Gibson, who was Noah Newman on The Young and the Restless, will play Michael Corinthos on General Hospital. This week, after Chad Duell took a vacation, the news came in. Rory's contract with GH is for 3 years. On social media, ABC fans responded to the news. See what people think about it by reading on Verifying the Way He Looks. What began as a whisper about the ABC show turned into major news. Rory Gibson later verified it by posting an article about it on Instagram. Gibson posted a picture of himself with 3 fist bump emojis but no caption. Even though the new Michael Corinthos didn't say much, his colleagues and admirers did. One among the first to comment was Laura Lee Bell. "So happy for you," she wrote. Melissa Claire Egan on YNR meanwhile exclaimed, "Yay Rory." Then Michelle Stafford, a former GH star who currently plays Phyllis Summers on The Young and the Restless, posted a series of red heart emojis and clapping hands. Rory's decision to bring back Michael Corinthos, who displeased viewers when he appeared in A Horrible Fire on the program, thrilled daytime drama aficionados. The show will not be returned by Chad Duell. "I'm excited to watch you play Michael," one of them wrote. In Port Charles, his presence has been needed and missed. Here are some further enthusiastic followers. "I'm really glad for you and am looking forward to seeing you on GH. There are moments when feelings are too strong for words. I'm really happy for you, and I hope your uncle, dad, and grandparents can see this. I cherish you. Anticipating your Michael, the TV star." Who is it? Some were open to giving Rory Gibson a chance in his new position, even if they had never heard of him before. He was born and reared in California, according to IMDb, and relocated to Los Angeles in 2018 to pursue a career in acting. He is well known for his parts in the upcoming Fugitive from Asteron and Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. In addition, he starred in Severed Road, Twisted Twin, Grace, and A Night to Regret. Even though some of these were short films, they added substance to his career. In 2022, Soap Opera Digest revealed that Gibson is the son of a deceased professional football player. One of the most interesting and turbulent love stories in Port Charles for a long time has been that of Dante and Lulu. Fans have seen them overcome innumerable challenges, such as personal betrayals and family conflicts, but their bond has always looked unbreakable. Until now. In recent episodes, Dante has been shown snapping at Lulu, leaving viewers to wonder if their romantic reunion has been irreparably ruined. Their love story may be facing its most catastrophic crisis yet, as seen by the emotional confrontation, which was unfiltered, powerful, and full of years of repressed annoyance. Dante and Lulu had been the quintessential pair for years. They always managed to find each other again, no matter what. Their love story was full of passion, heartache, and redemption, and their connection was indisputable. They were able to stand up for one another even when outside forces attempted to destroy them, whether it was Dante's clandestine work, the Cassadine family's manipulations, or Lulu's personal hardships. This most recent confrontation, however, feels different. This time it seems like the scars are more severe, the rage is more intense, and there is less chance of healing. For months, their tension has been rising as Dante grows more aloof while Lulu tries valiantly to maintain their previous relationship. His latest outburst was the result of years of unresolved pain, Not just one disagreement or miscommunication. Lulu was accused by Dante of being self-centered, never really prioritizing their family, and making choices that consistently caused him pain. His tone was cruel, his words harsh, and for the first time Lulu appeared to be genuinely terrified by his rage. Dante was the stable, patient force in their relationship, but she had always been the one to act impulsively and push boundaries. However, he seems to have reached the end of his patience.